out of the blue corner, wearing red trunks, weighing in an official 131 pounds, with a record of 6 wins, 7 losses, 5 of those wins coming by way of knockout. He hails from Durango, Mexico. Let's hear it from Antonio Martinez. And his opponent to my right, fighting out of the red corner, wearing red trunks, weighing in at an official 131 pounds, with a professional record, 6 wins, 0 losses, undefeated. 5 of those wins coming by way of knockout. He is the pride of Victorville, California, Ryan Garcia. And once again, referee in charge of the action, Rudy Brannigan. And now Rudy with the final instructions.
Chief, seconds. Ya leí las instrucciones a los dos, ¿ok? Obedézcanme, peleen bien. Choque montes.
Ready to go. 6 rounds in the lightweight division. Nothing around. Doug Fisher from Inglewood, California. Youngster Ryan Garcia, 18 years old, from Victorville, California, about an hour and a half north of downtown Los Angeles, trained by his father, Henry Garcia. His opponent, Antonio Martinez, comes out there with the black gloves. Ryan Garcia, highly touted amateur, started boxing at the age of 8. He lives in Victorville, trains with his dad, who was has been his only trainer. They don't go to a boxing gym. The dad converted the garage into their own boxing gym, and that's where he gets the majority of his work. He drives all over Southern California to get some sparring, but it's a father-son operation. And this is a fighter that Doug, in the Southern California amateur scene, a lot of people excited about him.
Yeah, well, when you win 15 national titles as a youth amateur, I say youth amateur, I mean, he wasn't always open class. It's just now 18, so a lot of those tournaments were won at, between the ages of, say, 13, 16, and 17. Now, by the time he was 17, he was doing very well in the open class division of the amateurs. But obviously, there's a lot of promise when he turns pro because of his success as an amateur.
He turned pro June of this year. This is the 7th fight of his young career for Ryan Garcia. Merry Christmas on the back of his trunks. He's festive. Garcia, first 4 fights in Tijuana, Mexico. A good right hand landed by Ryan.
And that's because he was too young to fight in the United States. Yeah. Generally speaking, you have to be 18 years of age to turn pro.
He turned 18 in August, and they said there weren't anything else for him to do amateur-wise. He'd gone to the tournaments. Just wait. So in Mexico, you could turn pro at 15, 16. Went down there, made some money in Tijuana. Had an experience, of course.
And he still looks great. I mean, he's still more of an amateur than a professional. At age 18, most professional fighters, even amateur standouts, are babies. And you see a lot of things you like. You see the speed, you see a pretty good foundation, but you also see the flaws. You see the chin isn't very well tucked there. And sometimes when he lets that left hook go, he kind of swats with it.
The first 4 in Mexico, the last 2 were in Southern California. A lot of this kid, very popular on social media, promotes himself very well. 12,000 Twitter followers.
That's pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
And Oscar De La Hoya is probably one of those 12,000 followers because he absolutely gushes when he talks about Ryan Garcia. I mean, he's high on a lot of his young prospects, but if you want to make Oscar's day, you want to see a big bright smile on his face, ask him about Ryan Garcia.
Yeah. He stuns Martinez, go upstairs there, he's going to the body, letting his hands go is Ryan Garcia. He's got the white gloves and he's pounding the veteran Antonio Martinez, and he's letting his hands go over and over. 10 seconds to go. Martinez is rugged. He's been in some battles in his career.
Martinez needs to hold or punch back.
Final seconds of the opening round. He was stung, and Martinez survives the round.
Barely.
You're talking about why Oscar's gushing, maybe because of that?
Well, when he gets a guy hurt, his instinct is that of a finisher. He wants to get him out of there.
It's going to be his left.
Look at the face of Antonio Martinez. Cut over his left eye. A lot of redness and swelling around both his eyes. Garcia measured him with a 1-2 and staggered him with the left hook. And he follows up by going to the body and the head with the veteran's back to the ropes. And that's very smart for the young man. Not overextending himself, although he does leave that chin exposed. Beautiful right to the body, and these wonderful flurries. You can see why Oscar De La Hoya is so high on the kid. It kind of reminds him of himself when he was that age.
Antonio Martinez, the red trunks, he's from Durango, Mexico. The Alacranes over the Scorpions. Well, Scorpions sting you. They're known for being around there. He got stung by Ryan Garcia at the end of the first round. Martinez, 33 years old. He's actually a licensed lawyer in Durango, Mexico. Doug, we've seen him a couple times. He's taken on Golden Boy fighters Hector Tanajara, Tenochtitlan Nava.
Also,
Francisco Esparza.
Yeah, Francisco Esparza, and I believe those fights were in succession as part of the LA Fight Club series at Belasco Theater. And the thing about Martinez is he took all three of those young up-and-comers the 4-round distance.
Okay, he took their best punches and made them work. Not going to go anywhere. Here's Martinez. Now he's training with Ponce de Leon. They met via Facebook. He was saying, hey, can you just evaluate my movements, what I do in the gym? So that's how they train back and forth. And when he does have a match like he got this one with Garcia a month ago, he came to Southern California and worked with Ponce.
That's the way to do it. And
technology, baby.
Yeah, the old man has hung tough so far, but what he is a journeyman, obviously, and he's a measuring stick for the matchmakers with Golden Boy Promotions. They saw that he was tough enough to go the distance with some good young pro prospects, Hector Tanajara especially.
And there he goes down.
And this didn't happen when he was fighting those other guys.
Nope.
He took their best shots, so we're seeing what young Ryan Garcia has. That was just a 1-2 combination. I don't know how steady the legs of Martinez are right now.
They're not.
He's trying to get some spring in him, but he's going to have to get some respect from this young man.
Body work from Garcia. He is long with a 5'10" advantage. Oh, that right hand, and Rudy Barragan jumps in. It is over. A second round stoppage for Ryan Garcia. The 18-year-old recently signed to Golden Boy is now 7-0 with 6 KOs.
He reminds me a lot of the 19 or 20-year-old Oscar De La Hoya when Oscar De La Hoya came out of the 92 Olympics. He's got the same height, basically the same body frame, the height, the reach, likes to get on his toes, very fast 1-2 combinations, a hard jab, and a left hook that gets results. And of course, that $1 million smile. Now, he's not as advanced as Oscar De La Hoya was at the same professional level. Oscar De La Hoya was an elite amateur, somebody who had won the Goodwill Games and obviously the 92 Olympic gold medal. But Garcia has a good amateur foundation, and he's got some good matchmakers that are going to be moving him.
First knockdown happened in the first round, towards the end of the first round.
And that was a clipping right cross that landed high in the head of Antonio Martinez. And those punches usually shake the equilibrium of fighters, particularly 33-year-old journeymen.
Last round, the second knockdown. He was right before Barran jumped in.
Yeah, we see him measure him with 2 left hooks and then go to the body with both hands. He landed a nice clean right hand, and the referee had seen enough. Because guess what? Antonio Martinez had had enough. Nice counter hook. Right and left to the body. Measured him for that straight right. I think his straight right is better, technically speaking, than his left, but he carries a lot of power in his left hook.
The first time that Martinez has been stopped in 2 years. I mentioned he went up against some of the better prospects for Golden Boy. Yeah, he's rugged, he's veteran. He can take a punch. Ryan Garcia right there. Looking good in his Golden Boy Promotions debut.
And I would say Garcia overwhelmed Martinez, really from start to finish. I don't think he had any trouble with the veteran. I didn't see any point in the fight where he seemed unsure of himself or
no,
out
he
of
looked
sorts.
good.
Yeah. So this is a good Golden Boy Promotions debut for Garcia.
18-year-old Ryan Garcia, dad Henry from Chicago. Ryan, how did he learn about boxing? He said he was 7 years old. He saw a fight and they gave the fighter a belt. Turned to his uncle and said, I want one of those. How do I get it? He's like, would you start boxing? And our ring announcer, Mark Krisky, is ready to go with the final word.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Rudy Berrigan stops the fight at 2 minutes of the second round. And your winner by knockout and still undefeated from Victorville, California, Ryan Garcia.
There he is. He's now 7-0. Ryan Garcia. I guess his Twitter followers are going to go up today. This kid has a suit deal, Doug.
What?
When he signed with Golden Boy, he was sharp-dressed man, you know, like ZZ Top saying, everyone loves a sharp-dressed man. This kid has a deal with a suit maker. At the final one press conference where Bernard was holding court, who was wearing a tuxedo? Ryan Garcia.
That's why he had the tuxedo on. I thought it was the high school prom.
Nah, man.
Oh, my goodness.
He did not go to high school. He was homeschooled. He was going to so many different tournaments. His dad decided, you know, they went to 9th grade. Then after that, he was like, nah, we're missing too much school. Homeschool.
I think it's paid off. And obviously the young man has been reared well because he's very well-spoken, very respectful, very likable in public. Knows how to deal with the media and fans alike.
How about this one? Coming up next, Jason Quigley, Jorge Melendez, Donegal, Ireland. That's where he is from. Jason Quigley, Jorge Melendez.